Hey, hold on, Jimmy! Close! Right here! Got the board!
Here we go, attack. Here we go.
Come get it! Come get it!
Good shot.
Hey!
Shoot it.
Get the perimeter! Shot! Shot! That's all right! Good boy! Good look! Dash!
Come on, who's watching here?
Hey, look at yours! Look at yours! I got him! Hey, Kenny, who's watching now? Hey, bounce it out!
The ball.
I got it! Box out! Box out! I got it! Come get it! Hey, help out on Jenny! Help out on Jenny! Come to me! Come to me! Who got him? Yeah! Hey, right there! Come get it! I got it! Chelsea! Who's watching? Balance it out! Left side! Hey, right there! Ball!
Here we go, James. Let's do it.
Come do it! Come on, man! Come get it!
Left ball.
Look at yours! Nice shot! Hey!
Out.
Hey, DM opponent! Grab the board!
Watch that shooter.
Yo, side it! Hey, come get it!
I'm back.
Come around! Come to me! Go! Jennings!
Left side, help.
Shut up! That's all you! Come there!
Corner. Back, I got you. Here we go. Get it going.
Save! Come around! I got yours! I see you! Come get it! I got yours! Come to me! Hey, who's watching them? Yo! Come get it!
Who's watching here?
Get them! Hey, ball! Smith!
Turn it down. Use that.
Shot, shot, shot! Get that, for shot! Come get it, come get it! Shot!
All right, boys. Let's give these people what they came for. All right? These are our fans. This is our house. Let's get that W for these youngins.
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and by my side, Clark Kellogg and the sharpshooter Steve Kerr. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Detroit Pistons. And now we take a brief check of the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. One of the guys we're watching out for today, Greg Monroe.
Well, Monroe is one of the more promising young big men that we have in the league, Kevin, because of his offensive skill set. He can really pass from the high post. He can go down to the low block and score. He's got that strong left hand. So he's a guy who I think could be a cornerstone for this club for a long time.
I agree with you. I love his game. He's not the most athletic player, but you don't have to be always super athletic to be outstanding as a basketball player. There's more to the game than running and jumping and bouncing and highlight reel. He's able to use his body and create size and space to get his shot off, and his head is really well schooled in the game.
They're continuing to soldier on without the services, Clark, of Chris Kaman.
Yeah, and they're very happy to know that he'll be back on the court soon. But I'll be interested to see how it affects their chemistry when he does come back. That's always a challenge. They've got a good thing going right now, and they've actually been playing excellent basketball without him.
Yeah, so the question is, how do you change your rotation? Do you put him back in the starting lineup? Do you put him on the bench? Do you leave him out of the rotation altogether? Those are questions that the coaching staff is going to have to answer.
Now here's Gasol. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. We discussed their defensive strategy going up against Kobe Bryant. He said, well, he probably has the best footwork of any player in the game. You can't give him any room in his jump shot, but when he's got all those fakes, it's so tough. Guys, he said he knows Kobe is going to get his points. They just want to try to limit his efficiency out there. Guess we'll see how they do.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Lakers ended up 17-13 against Eastern Conference teams last year, but that wasn't really a dominating effort. Certainly not what you would expect from a playoff team.
First free throw is good. Well, to make the playoffs in the West, you do need to have a record similar to that of the Lakers against the East. Steve, no team that made the postseason in the West had a record below 500. So the Lakers took care of what they needed to.
Well, what's odd, Kevin, is that in the shortened season before, when the Lakers were the cream of the Pacific Division and everything was going well, they only went 500 against the East. So, if they want to bounce back this season, they'll need to not give away games and make sure they keep their out-of-conference record better than 500.
Now, here's Nash, averaging 9 points per contest. Hill, no good.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Gasol with the steal. Now here comes Nash, leading the break. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
On defense, Detroit. And it's going to be two free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And guys, Nash's workout regimen is the stuff of legends. At his age, he's in as good a condition as most second and third year players in the league. Still highly productive at 39 years old.
And going back to Nash in his great condition. And you watch it firsthand, Steve, and you have to wonder just how long, even with all those great techniques of getting his body ready to go, how long he's going to be able to play.
Well, last season, remember, he broke the bone in his leg that set him back. In fact, he missed the most games he missed in 14 years. Normally been very durable. So, Father Time, as they say, is undefeated, Kevin, and is catching up with him.
Detroit, despite how they struggled, did a few good things last year, even though they fell way short of the playoffs. But playing against the Western Conference, playing well against the Western Conference, wasn't one of the things they did well.
Now here's West. He had 13 points in the win against Chicago.
And he did some nice work on the boards too, Kevin. That was definitely a factor in that game as well.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Bynum, the pass to Smith. 6 to shoot. Monroe. 8 away. That is good. As you mentioned, the Pistons on the West, just a 4-26 record for them, Clark, and with the second worst in the entire league. Steve, only 1 win better than the Bobcats, who had a league-low 3 in that category. What went wrong there?
Well, it's the youth for sure. They made a lot of mental mistakes. They didn't have that one player who can consistently create his own shot and open up space. That's one of the reasons they went out and got Josh Smith, to try to be that player and that leader.
Got it despite fading back a bit.
That's old school right there, and I like it, the fadeaway.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Nets in Brooklyn.
Well, they were definitely the favorites going into that one, but it was a much tougher game than people anticipated, and they couldn't get it done.
You know, the way I looked at it, these were 2 evenly matched teams. I mean, I think the scoreboard pointed that out and brought that to fruition.
Now here's Kobe after the miss from West. Nash kicks to Jackson. Dishes it to Kobe. Green for 2 points.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play.
The Pistons trailing. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
West guarded by Kobe. Monroe sets a screen for West. The Pistons need to get off the shot here. And the jam by Craig Monroe.
One of the oldest players in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Now, don't you love to see players working together and that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Detroit. Outside Hill. Kicks to Nash. Nash right side. A fader. And the Lakers get it back. Here's Gasol. Rejected by Monroe. Smith outside. West outside. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. West has got 5 of them.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Kobe, no luck.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
It's West with the drive. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great. He's gutsy. That's what I really respect about him. Seems like the more pressure there is, the more he enjoys the moment. So he is the guy you want taking the big shot at the end of a game.
And I know nothing fires him up more than a huge jam right in the face of an opponent. I mean, those facials get him going. Don't discount how that can deflate the defender and the other team, too.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Outside Jackson. To stop the run. That's good. Jackson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Boy, that is just good stuff for him. Nice touch.
West a screen on Nash. Bynum dishes to Drummond. The feed to West. Pass to Bynum. Back to West. Uncovered. A rebound by the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, that was not an easy win for them last time out, but they took advantage of their consistency at the free throw line, and that was the difference.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Andre Drummond. Lakers trailed by 5. And here's Kobe. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And his work on the glass, certainly noteworthy. And he contributed in a number of ways.
Hill passes to Nash. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. And Clark, you're talking about free throws. You can't discount that either.
You're right, Kevin. On the contrary, making those free throws, that's something that can really separate you from opponents, especially come playoff time.
And the first one drops.
Well, a coaching carousel for the Lakers last season. They made it only 5 games before firing Mike Brown. Then they decided to go in a new direction. And, boy, they went through 3 different head coaches before all was said and done. They never really were able to gain that consistency they were looking for.
Nick Young's checked in for Steven Jackson.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Here's Smith. That's good, and it's Bynum with the assist.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Lakers trailed by 5. And back to the Lakers' struggles last season. What do you think, Clark, were the main problems that, held them back from being the kind of title contender that they thought they were, and a lot of people imagined they were?
Well, how much time do I have? 3 or 4 shot clocks worth? I mean, I think there were a number of issues, as you might expect. Injuries played a significant role, but I think there was discord over how they should play, really no true identity. They were a big team trying to be small, a team without a number of shooters trying to spread the floor, an older team trying to go up tempo, coaching change, and that transition.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Passes it to Gasol. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Meeks, good.
After digging themselves that hole in the first quarter, this club is starting to shoot the ball much better now.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a little while to work out the knots. I mean, they're starting to put it together.
Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Nick Young. Steven Jackson is out there at Pau Gasol. Then it's Jody Meeks, and it's Blake in at the 1 spot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hey, Kevin, Jay in that last game against the Bulls was simply terrific. He ended with 13 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. His performance just another outstanding outing that has become more and more common for him.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to duplicate it here tonight.
Well, nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. If he's even half as good as he was that night, it should be enough.
That's good. And it's 6 points for Greg Monroe. Lakers trailed by 5.
Well, you love the skill level for Greg Monroe. I mean, he played the Princeton-style offense at Georgetown. He's a terrific high-post passer, and he actually handles the ball really well for a guy of his size.
Now, they're finally starting to shoot the ball a little bit better now.
I thought this was the kind of play they needed in the first quarter, but as I always like to say, it's better late than never.
Now here's West. Defense right on him. Rebounded by the Lakers. Gasol's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And you mentioned the great hands for Greg Monroe. A nice soft touch, Steve, around the rim.
And also great at just hauling in rebounds, grabbing steals. He really has a nose for the ball.
Blake kicks to Gasol. No good. That would have tied it.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Drummond dishes to West. Steven Jackson grabs the board.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Meeks passes to Blake. The dish to Meeks. Outside Jackson. 5 on the clock. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
West, right side. Here's Drummond. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got 3 assists now in this one. Lakers trail by 4. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. The Pistons, number 1.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing that has led to wide-open long-range shots. That's why we see the great numbers from the three-point line.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Hill's checked in. Knocks it loose. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Well, a chance to check out Chauncey Billups here. How last month turned out for him. 4th in three-point field goal percentage. And how about his accuracy from the foul line, guys? He is in the top 10 in free throw percentage.
Yeah, and, you know, taking a look again at his three-point shooting, Steve, he's done an excellent job, I think, of finding open spots. His teammates help him get open, but he understands how to do that. And then he just splashes those triples.
Blake kicks to Meeks. Fires for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got his 3rd rebound tonight. They host the 76ers after this game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
I'll be looking forward to seeing how that Philadelphia game turns out, guys. Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Meeks dishes to Blake. Now the pass to Meeks. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his 2nd personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for the Pistons. It's Jackson with the drive. Meeks passes to Jackson. Lock at 6. He kicks it to Meeks. Lets it go from deep. No good. And it's Detroit the other way. Now Billups. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago. West down low. Guarded by Blake. Shot's good from West.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Lakers trail by 6. Blake kicks to Meeks. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
The fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
Kobe's checked in for the Lakers. Bynum gets a screen from West. Bynum dishes to West. Smith sets the pick for West. Back to Bynum. West a screen on Nash. He hits Bynum with the drive. A shot by Smith. That's in, coming off the assist from Bynum. Smith's got his 2nd bucket. LA's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Nash with it. Now Monroe defending. Feeds it to Kobe. Shoots from 14, and the jumper is on the mark. There's 1:47 left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Nash against Bynum. It's West with the drive. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Minnesota. They got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And checking out the Lakers, 2.5 games back.
Checking out Los Angeles. They've been playing some winning basketball here in the early going. I like what I've seen. They've showed no signs of slowing down from last season.
Well, this is a team that knows itself and knows what it's capable of. They've just got to keep working and continuing to improve.
That free throw good from West.
Tell you what, we haven't seen them be as aggressive driving the lane and drawing fouls in this quarter, but so far it hasn't cost them on the scoreboard.
And I think part of the reason it hasn't cost them is they went at them hard in the 1st quarter, and now they're picking them apart a little bit from the outside. I don't think they can get too comfortable out there, though, or the lead could start to dissipate.
And both free throws good for West. There's 1:38 left to play in the 1st half. Nash outside. He dishes it to Johnson. He feeds it to Hill. Monroe on him. Hill kicks to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Nash. Here's Jackson. Off target from three-point range.
Well, the sailing was not smooth for Jay Smooth last year, as he had some contentious moments with the Hawks organization at times. Was even suspended a game by the team back last January.
Lakers trail by 6. Jackson passes to Nash. Nash gets a screen from Jackson. Nash drives in. Johnson from outside gets it to go. Johnson's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
And even though Josh Smith is from Atlanta, there have been some misgivings there really from the beginning.
Yeah, you know, after he said he wanted that max contract, his name came up going into the trade deadline. In the end, the Hawks didn't get any offers they liked, so they just allowed him to hit unrestricted free agency this offseason.
And that is good. That's now 8 points for Craig Monroe.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has. But, I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
And he'll backs him in. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Bynum dishes to West. It'll count. And that's not going to go. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Pistons lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the third quarter. But right now, it's time for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's a battle underway out in Detroit as we get going to recap the action. The Pistons off to a good start. It's been an uneven start to the season. They're hungry for wins, no doubt about it. A great performance by Jay in the first half. He's got 14 points, and he's stacking up the assists too, keeping the defense off balance with his passing. There's no quitting the Lakers. They came to win. Outstanding bench production. They've gotten a very nice lift, and that's made a huge difference for them on the scoreboard. And that's all there is to it. Thanks so much for spending halftime with me. Now it's time to send you back out to the start of the third quarter.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well.
Complete domination. What a game for West. He's got 14 points, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, good numbers, and that's been important for his team. They needed some points. He's provided some easy ones at the foul line, so he's making an impact here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Pistons, Monroe and Drummond there inside. West is out there at Chauncey Billups, and it's Smith in at the 3 spot. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Yes, guys, for Steve Nash last season, he became just the 5th player in league history to crack 10,000 assists, joining John Stockton, Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson, and Magic Johnson. Nash said, to have just one scholarship offer and to play in the NBA as long as I have and to be on a list with people like Magic is beyond my wildest dreams. Adding, it's incredibly special, humbling, and a tribute to playing with a lot of great players over my career. No surprise, fellas, giving credit to his teammates.
Well, you have to like that focus on the team first. Thanks, Doris. He doesn't get the second one.
Well, that one miss shouldn't be too costly because he was able to make it a 2-possession lead at least.
Smith against Kobe. Pass to Jackson. West on him. Fades and shoots. Gets it to go. Jackson's got 5 points so far. The Pistons lead it. West setting the pick for Billups. Dishes it to West. They grab their own miss. Gets it to go. 8 points here for Drummond.
You know, Kevin, he never gives up on a play. That's what I love about him. He just one of those guys who will bring effort and energy the entire 48 minutes.
And he is also a tireless worker under the glass, Steve. More than a few guys have been on the receiving end of one of his elbows when a rebound is up for grabs. He uses his body very well. You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
West kicks to Smith. Back to West. The feed to Smith. Beyond the arc. And that one's good. And it's a 7-point Detroit lead.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave him that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Now here's Nash. 6 points for him from 11 feet away. And that one's good. And it's 6 points for Kobe Bryant. And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. The Pistons, number 1.
Now, the thing I like is they're getting good shots every time down the floor, and it's due to their unselfishness as a team.
Pistons leading by 5. West a screen on Nash. Phillips passes to West. It's 3 pointers off the mark.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
Nash against West. Nash kicks to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Back to Nash. A baseline J. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grip.
Phillips kicks it to West. West off the pick from Drummond. It's West with the drive.
Taking it hard to the rack for the big throwback.
And give an unofficial assist mark to his teammate for setting a screen that freed him up.
Good ball, Kevin. That was really the key to the play. And while we have a chance, let's check out some stats for Chauncey Billups. 4th and 3-point field goal percentage. And how about his accuracy from the foul line, guys? He is in the top 10 in free throw percentage.
Yeah, and, you know, taking a look again at his three-point shooting, Steve, he's done an excellent job, I think, of finding open spots. His teammates help him get open, but he understands how to do that, and then he just splashes those triples.
Here's Gasol. Soft touch off the glass. Gasol's got his 3rd basket of the night. Pistons leading by 5.
You know, for Pau Gasol, calling last year a rough year might be an understatement. He fought off an injury and tried to find a role on a team that was in transition. A year like that can really take a lot out of a guy.
Oh, trying for it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. And here's what the Detroit Pistons schedule looks like. They host the 76ers after this game. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
Yeah, a lot of good matchups around the league. The one that I have my eye on is definitely the Miami Heat matchup.
Shot clock at 6. It's West with the drive. Monroe's shot is good. And Steve Gasol dealt with knee tendonitis from the first day of the season, then a concussion, torn plantar fascia, and he just had one setback, it seemed, health-wise after another.
It was just that kind of season, which symbolized the fate of his Lakers, too. They just never seemed to get it going until it was too late. But, you know, with Gasol, we're talking about a guy who's remained effective for a long time in his career. And when you have that kind of skill level, I think your game can translate as you get older.
West up on top, guarded by Kobe. Out to Smith. Back to West. Pistons passing it around. Smith, no luck.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
Nash kicks to Kobe. Pass to Jackson. Takes the 3. That's good. Now just a 2-point Detroit lead. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Phillips dishes to West. And yes, a nice assist from Phillips. Phillips has got 4 assists now tonight.
That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
Kobe kicks to Hill. He passes to Nash. Elbow shot is on the way. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
One of the duties that Steve Nash has undertaken is signing on to oversee the Canadian national basketball team. Really a logical choice for Canada, given all that Nash has done for the sport in that country.
The first free throw is good. Going back to Nash, certainly the greatest basketball player ever out of Canada, and we all realize that. But you were telling me a story the other day about how you and he went surfing one time.
Well, yeah, in San Diego, we got out in the water. And the first time he ever got on a surfboard, he got up and rode a wave perfectly. So, I mean, you talk about an incredible athlete. Nash just has it all.
Kicks it to West. Defended by Nash. Back to West. West, right side. That's good. West has got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Lakers trail by 5. Here's Farmar. He has 5. Passes it to Young. No good from outside. The Pistons have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, the Lakers barely squeezed into the playoffs last season. Despite that, they have the largest luxury tax bill in the league, almost $30 million, more than double the next highest team in the Miami Heat. So, maybe one silver lining for them with Dwight Howard deciding to move to Houston, the team won't have to shoulder the even more punitive taxes that began this season. Kevin?
Good point, Doris. Thanks. Again, Young missing. Detroit leading by 7. It's West with the drive. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul call. He'll shoot free throws. That's on Jordan Farmar. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And their passing also continues to be outstanding, Clark. In the second half, we're really seeing a good, efficient offense as a result of that ball movement.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Meeks is checked in. And both free throws good for West. Here's Farmar. He's got 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Farmar's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
You know, the Pistons are really still a young team learning how to win in the league, but they made some strides last year because they started to win more consistently at home. And you could actually see this team becoming more consistent as the season went on.
Clock at 6. Nice passes to Drummond.
Just haven't been able to find an answer for Drummond. 10 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
Yeah, he's really been mixing it up in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work for them.
For Detroit, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. Free throw good, Drummond. And both free throws good for Drummond. So it's the Lakers now. 9-point game. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Siva. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they're just giving them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Gasol. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. And Clark, you talked about the Pistons last year at home. 18 of the team's 29 wins came right here, Steve, in Auburn Hills.
Well, it'll take baby steps for this team to improve year to year. And obviously making that big step, signing Josh Smith over the summer to go along with that young talent, bringing back Chauncey Billups. I think the Pistons are really looking to make a move here, and it's going to be a fun team to watch this season.
You know, even though he's getting up there in years, guys, Powell's effectiveness shouldn't really drop off much. He's a long, skilled player who doesn't play off the ground very much, and his versatility should help his longevity.
Lakers trail by 9. On the outside. Gasol dishes to Farmer. And Young kicks to Hill. Johnson. The pass to Young. Josh Smith pulls it in. Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Clark, you mentioned the versatility of Pau Gasol. Steve, it's really the defining quality of his game, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the ability to do so many things offensively as a big guy just really completes a team. Now you can run any kind of offense you want. And Pau, as a passer, as a scorer, as a shooter, has been one of the best in the game for the last decade.
Kicks it out to Johnson. The dish to Farmer. Tries to keep it alive. But they get it back. And the basket good. And that's 10 points for Pau Gasol.
I think he's been kind of passive today. And, you know, maybe that one will get him going. I think for them to be successful, he needs to be the one to do the bulk of the scoring.
West with the ball. 24 points for him. And Detroit again with the bucket. He gets it up. Shot is no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Pistons ahead, up by 11. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Pistons leading by 11. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Steve Blake is out there with Farmar. Then it's Hill. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Young in at the small forward position. And the layup's good off the glass. Young's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Lakers. Detroit's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. It's West with the drive. And that one's good.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Lakers trail by 11. Now Farmer. He kicks it to Blake. Young outside. The three. Good. And the assist goes to Blake. Blake's got 3 assists now in this one.
Great last-second decision to pull that shot back and make the feed instead.
Monroe sets a screen for West. Stuckey. Baseline J on the way. Good defensive work there by Young. Blake with it. West picks him up. Feeds it to Farmer. Inside to Gasol. Poked away. It's stolen by West. Bynum with it. Now guarded by Farmer. Bynum gets a screen from West. Bynum the pass to Monroe. And that one's good. And the Pistons lead by 10. Lakers shooting well. 50% from the floor. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Steven Jackson's checked in for the Lakers. Kobe comes in for Steve Blake. Here's Farmar. It's back to Hill. Outside, Kobe. Jackson. A three-pointer is right on target.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Phillips kicks to Smith. West outside. Back to Smith. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Left side, Kobe. In low to Hill. It's good, and it's Kobe with the assist. Now just a 5-point Piston lead.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. I mean, this is the time to attack on the interior and generate those easy opportunities.
Smith with a screen on Kobe. And West backs in. Just 5 to shoot. Smith. There's the triple. And another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Kobe against West. Three-pointer. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
You know, nobody responds to end-of-game pressure like this guy. That's what comes to mind immediately for me. He's hit some monumental shots in his career, and some guys just embrace the moment at the end of the game. That's him.
And something else he does is he's great off the dribble. He can take it to the rack or pull up. So as a defender, you don't know how to play him.
Steve Nash checked in for Jordan Farmar. Smith for 3. Good. And the Pistons lead by 8.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Lakers have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Nash outside. Here's Jackson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pistons leading by 8. Phillips off the pick from West. Phillips with the ball. Guarded now by Nash. West misses. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Kobe. Detroit with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. West kicks to Phillips. Back to West. Monroe sets a screen for West. In low to Monroe. Gasol with the steal. Right side Hill. Outside Jackson. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's Nash with the drive. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
But both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, head coach of the Pistons had some words for his team over the break. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this one. Let's go all out. Back to you.
Lakers trail by 8. Outside, Kobe. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
That whistle got a big response from this crowd, and it is not a favorable one, let's say.
I'll tell you what, the fans can't believe that they made that call.
It's West with the drive.
I see him.
He dishes it to Drummond. Excellent D there from Hill. Lakers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Here's Jackson. Off target with his 3. Pistons leading by 6. Phillips with the ball. Guarded now by Nash. West kicks to Monroe. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got his 9th assist in the game now.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Out to Kobe. Fires the three. Rebound, Detroit. Smith's got 6 rebounds in the game. Phillips dishes to West. He feeds it to Drummond. Outside, Phillips. On deep. They get it back. Monroe, the pass to Smith. West inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we said, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Kobe against West. Gasol, a screen on West. Here's Hill. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. First one falls for.
You know, there are a number of things that went wrong for the Lakers, and a lot of it led to them being a poor team on the road. They just didn't look like they were on the same page whenever they played away from Staples.
West off the pick from Drummond. West kicks to Drummond. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Back to Gasol. Pass to Kobe. Left side, Kobe gets the bucket. Back to the Lakers in their play on the road. It wasn't for their lack of scoring. They would put up just about as many on the road as they would home. Steve, it's just that they wouldn't get the stops. The defense wasn't what they needed for road wins.
Well, if you're going to win on the road, Kevin, you have to get stops. And the Lakers didn't do that. And, you know, you think about this year, without Dwight Howard now, that defense is only going to get worse. So I would look for the road to be a major issue this year for the Lakers.
Lakers trail by 9. Outside Jackson. Left side Jackson. Back to Kobe. Hill sets the screen for Kobe. 6 on the shot clock. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Kobe's got 9 points now in the quarter.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Steven Jackson on the wing with the lead pass. West with the steal. Dishes it to Smith. The shot's good on the assist by West. And that's 15 points for Josh Smith.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
And here's Nash. The feed now to Jackson. Pass to Kobe. Back to Jackson. Kicks to Kobe. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Kobe's got 19 points.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Off the screen. Here's Drummond. Rebound Hill. Hill's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Kobe attacking. And he drops him a layup off the glass. And now it's only a 5-point Piston lead.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
And that one's good. And that's 13 points for Steven Jackson.
Boy, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Phillips dishes to Monroe. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Los Angeles having lots of trouble defending against Monroe.
16 points and a block. Seems like he's making everything he looks at.
Automatic, guys. Just completely automatic at this point.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Lakers trail by 4. Kobe kicks it over to Nash. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gasol passes to Kobe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Connects! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Kobe has been sensational.
Detroit's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And Billups, here we go. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Ooh, a pressure basket right there.
Now that's coming through in the clutch.
That free throw good from Billups.
And one puts them in a very nice spot as they stretch that lead out a little bit.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
Yeah, zero tolerance for mistakes here.
Checks and dishes to Kobe. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
But you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. In both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
He passes to Gasol. Now here is Hill. Outside Jackson. Tries again. And too long on the shot. And so it's Detroit with the W. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, James.
Sunshine in a bag, I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I ain't happy, I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag, I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on.
Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Now, time for me is nothing cause I'm counting no A's. Nah, I couldn't be there. Now you
It has just been announced that you have been named the Conference Player of the Week for the past week. This is the first time you've received this award. Can we expect more of this from you in the future?
I'm definitely going to do my best to win Player of the Week every week, you know? I definitely couldn't have done it without help from my teammates, though, the coaches, and of course, the fans. Winning this award isn't what I work hard for all summer long, but it's certainly a great thing to get along the way towards the real prize.